Hello. I really felt like when I read the article that math concepts and the connections develop over time. And I felt like that was very evident in the article. So what I did was pick one aspect of each of the five strands uh, to to say that that was probably the most important out of each of the strands. And I'm not sure that I'm understanding them completely, but I'm really trying. So if you look at conceptual understanding, you see that the tenets of the conceptual understanding are combining, deconstructing, representing, and rearranging numbers. And so I thought that representing would be the most important for me because I need to see that visual representation of what the numbers are. So for example, you would add and subtract 5, and you would know that the representations would be like 3 apples plus 2 apples, or you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. And that's going to encourage your procedural fluency. So in your procedural fluency, you're going to find that being fluent, like as in reading, um, being able to read with prosody and intonation accuracy and the right rate or the right speed is going to encourage that math skill that you're going to know how to fluently add and subtract. You're going to know the rules. You're going to support, all that knowledge is going to support your confidence and allow your or the student to try new approaches and invent their own approaches, giving them the same ability to solve the math problems using counting up or down 7, say if the equation was 100 minus 93, instead of having to write it out with 100 over 93 and then borrow from the 100s to the tens and the ones. Okay, so that's that fluency, the procedure fluency, those tenets are then going to support the strategic competence. And that means that you're going to be able to use it to represent with models, with diagrams. It's going to support the student's ability to find solutions for problems using the abstract reasoning, such as how small can you make a piece of pizza if you cut it a certain amount of times, and then you can make equations from there, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, using the model of the pizza, fractions. In order to do this fluently, you would need to have the basics of the conceptual understanding to look at the pizza. So you're going to need to be the problem solver. And that's going to support your adaptive reasoning. And when you get to that point, you've got the reflection, evaluation, adaptation would be the most important, I believe. So you'd be flexible within problems and your analytical skills. So that's going to allow you to receive feedback from yourself, as in your self-reflection, as well as peers. And that's going to encourage the progress to be made in understanding problem solving and explanations to the solution, and that there's not just one, but it's many. And we're going to want to look at a problem like how many pieces of a certain size pizza could we give to a certain amount of people that would lead us to the solutions that are addressed in the next strand, which is productive disposition. So productive dispositions are going to require the can-do attitude. It's going to remain solution focused, solving tasks, repeated reasonings. And the reason I picked solution focused was because that means you've got perseverance and that you're not going to give up. And we need the students to have that. They need to be able to break the larger problems down, such as now we only have one pizza. What are the small tasks? Let's cut the pizza into triangles. Let's cut it into squares. Let's cut it into circles. And let's do a comparison to figure out the most symmetrical sizes of the pizza to provide us with the solution and figure out how to feed the most amount of people. And these word problems must be solved from prior experience with concept, fluency, repeated, or generalized reasoning. So students must continue to solve the problem and remain solution focused with their determinations of productive dispositions to make sure that everyone gets an equal share of the pizza, no matter how many people there are and no matter how small the pizza is. So as you can see, each strand builds and supports the next strand. So for me, these different areas were the most important. I needed the representation model. I needed the ability to be able to say there's not just one way to get to the math problem, to get to the solution. And I needed that problem solver attitude, which I love and I have. But I wasn't always given that invented approach. So I wasn't always given that. And when we have all three of those, it's going to encourage our ability to adapt because we're going to know there's not just one right way to get to the answer. And then as we have all four of those strands, we are going to remain solution focused and we're going to keep at that problem until we get to a right answer. All right, thank you.